Two, one.
No, I'm not ready.
Yeah, hello world, how are you? How are you? I hope that you're well, I hope your family's well, I hope everyone's safe and all the rest of it. I hope you've had a good week, and we've got a special guest tonight.
Yay!
It's Melanie Jane Duffin, otherwise known as Aphrodite. A round of applause. I hope you need that round of applause jingle there, Joel.
Round of applause jingle, yeah.
Yep. And anyway, yeah, let's go around the room. My week's been like blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah. Well, come on. Who's done something exciting?
No. I mean, you didn't let me finish, Joel. It's been blah 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 until it went yeah, and that's when Mel came down. Hey, we did 27 miles on a bike the other day, me and Mel. 27 miles. No, not is it? Did you?
Yeah.
Is it though?
Why you didn't go to the County Durham?
County Durham?
Yeah. Where come?
But who did?
Come.
Is come?
Cummings.
Oh, Cumming, right, yeah, okay. Let's go around the room, boys and girls. Joel Ryder, what's your week been like?
My week has been pretty chill. Bits of work, actually, sorting out some models and stuff, doing some live streaming from the Robots All Tavern on Tuesday, on Sunday, which was good. Chrissy, I don't sort out my models like you sort out your models, all right?
No, really? Is that why when we first met in Amsterdam on the dance floor when you was filming for Eurocream?
And we're not talking airfix
anybody out, darling.
So the live streaming from the RVT was really fun. First cabaret I've seen in months.
Oh yeah. I don't get live streaming, yeah, but it's like I'm not being funny. There's two things about that you just said that like I've got just pick a slight point in. Number one, who the fuck goes and watches cabaret? And number two, what?
Who goes and watches cabaret? Thousands and thousands.
All right.
Which thousand?
I'll do a survey and have it for you next week, alright?
Excuse me, Joel. Fucking not had a fucking leaf today, have we not? I think you need to nibble on a fucking bit of grass, mate. Like,
okay.
Good shit,
please. Elaine in Dubai. Hello, Elaine.
Hi, Elaine. How you doing, sweetheart? You good?
And hello, Lynn.
So how was the cabaret, Joe?
The cabaret, we had Lola Lasagna and Holstar.
Oh.
I've seen them. Weren't they like, aren't they like fucking offshoots of 5 Star at one point?
Could be, yeah. I mean, she's only got one hole, but what did you say? 5 Star? I think you said 5 holes.
Because I can't wait.
5 holes.
Anyway, it sounded fun anyway, Joe. I bet you had a look amazing.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Christian, how about you? What's your week been?
He loves to sing. He loves to dance. He loves to stay out late and dance. Oh, this week, what have I done? Well, I've woken up every morning, gone to the park, walked around the park, come back, had something to eat, and then sat watching Netflix all day. Ta-da! CC Bloom.
You've been cruising in the park?
No, so that's just a standard.
No, I think you misheard you. I was going to call you something then, but I can't say it anymore because it's not very PC to say it. But there's something wrong with your fucking hearing. Open your bloody ears. I wasn't cruising. I was cruising in my bedroom on Grindr.
Yeah, but Chrissy, that's like watching food on telly when you're starving. When you're starving hungry, the last thing you want to do is watch Jamie Oliver rustle up a fucking bacon butty, innit?
I think it was streaming Grindr on TV. It was streaming Grindr on TV or what?
Around Moors, what's your week been like?
Boring, raining, sitting in the house watching.
Lee, Orel's microphone is very low.
Is it?
Yes, it is actually, yeah.
It is again.
Yeah, but I don't know what. It's not. No, it shouldn't be.
I'm not complaining.
No, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't be.
You're always complaining anyway.
Joel.
Well, do you know what you all should do? You should all get out more.
Joel.
Yes.
Can I raise a technical? Oh no, because it's coming through in mono, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello.
Is that any better? Try that. Listen, can you hear that? Talk.
What?
No.
No, it's not better, apparently.
It sounds like his microphone's not switched on, you know. Like
yeah,
it's coming
it does
through.
sound a bit like that. Yeah.
But it is on.
But I mean, we can still hear Orel, so.
No, it's not good enough.
Yeah. So what else did you do, Orel?
Not cruising like you.
No, I can tell by the look on your face. You look like you could do with a good cruise in you.
Nah.
When was the last time you was in the sauna?
3 months ago. 3 months ago.
Oh my God, sauna.
In your computer, right? The settings in your computer, right?
What are you drinking, Chris?
Sorry, folks.
What are you
You two
drinking?
talk to yourselves a second.
Huh?
What are you drinking,
You
Chris?
two.
The blood of a young man.
Okay. It's set to input left and right.
But we're going to crack on with the news very shortly.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, yeah.
I'll run the intro for you.
I think I know why Mike's way is talking to us.
Hello.
It doesn't give you the option, does it?
No, it doesn't give me an option on left hand.
No.
Use this vision.
Anyway, here's the news, folks. Here's the news. We'll sort out.
Hold on. Go for it, Lee. What is the news?
Well, thank you, Joel. Over. This week it's all been happening. Oh, hang on a minute. We'll come back in a minute. I forgot to ask you what you've done this week, but I know anyway.
Oh, I've been riding the bike.
The news this week, folks. You want to hear the news, Mel?
Yeah.
Coronavirus!
Yes.
Well, coronavirus, folks. Let's get it out of the way, seeing as it's the biggest topic of the soon to go on.
Can you spell that word for me a minute?
No.
Coronavirus.
Areas, folks, with the highest number of weekly COVID-19 cases has been revealed, and sources have told the news that they are working collaboratively, focusing on the dozens of areas in England where cases are rising. As a result, the local lockdowns like the one in Leicester could be implemented in just days.
Yeah, so on the screen right now, I've got the list of the top 10 cities in the country that have the highest numbers of COVID right now. Surprisingly, London's not on there at all. No. They're all pretty much northern. Obviously headed up by Leicester, then with Bradford, Barnsley, Rochdale, Bedford, Oldham, Rotherham, Thames, side, Blackburn, and then Kirklees. But yeah, they're all pretty much northern, aren't they?
All northern towns. Oh, no, but listen, did we at the Armchair Anarchists as a unit not agree that when we were in the middle of the actual peak, when lockdown, blah, 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 we said the north, because I remember phoning people in the north and there wasn't the same level of seriousness that there was down here, because we were all sat in our houses frightened to fucking death in the dark.
Yeah, and up north they were having parties.
And everyone was still sort of like life pretty much as normal. But yeah, we said this was going to happen, didn't we? We said it was going to happen. And it's happened, folks. You're going to see more and more localised shutdowns because they're not going to shut the country down now once the wheels have started going, of reopening again.
Yeah.
So buckle your seatbelts in, folks, and hold on tight because there's no end in sight.
Fasten your seatbelts.
You like that?
It's going to be a bumpy night.
He's a poet and he
I'm a
didn't
poet.
know it.
Did you missed my poetry then? But anyway. Yeah, you didn't hear it, did you?
Did you not hear that?
We'll
Moving
hear it
on.
next time, Lee, don't worry.
Moving on.
Moving on up, moving on up.
Let's talk about Hong Kong for a minute, Chrissy.
Hong Kong.
Because
Hong Kong.
as we're watching like China flex the muscles and moving on Hong Kong, well, police have made the first arrests under the controversial new security law. Officers are using pepper spray and tear gas to detain people who are supporting independence from China. I mean, this is serious stuff, folks. A man was detained for carrying a flag that called for independence, while a woman was also held for carrying a sign bearing the same message with a British flag. This is actually, I mean, if this is all true, I mean, this is actually China, I mean, showing a slightly aggressive side to the nature that you don't really see, but...
Well,
And when they're as powerful as China are, it's a bit fucking serious. Moving on.
So hold on, sorry. They've got that new law in place, and now they can just arrest anybody who doesn't adhere to the Chinese rule.
Oh, it shows any kind of opposition to the
communists. They're not communists.
The Chinese are communists. What are you on about? They're ruled by communists.
They're not communists. I've been there. Trust me, they ain't communists.
I don't mean Chinese the Chinese as a people. I mean the government who's in rule right now.
Well,
you're both right. They've loosened it a lot in the past 15, 20 years because that's why they become the economic superpower that they have, because they've given a little bit of freedom in terms of what you can buy and what you can do, but only a little bit. They might look more affluent because they're making more money, but they're still under a communist rule.
Well, yes, but what I'm saying to you is that you check how many millionaires and billionaires they've got in China. That is not the old Soviet Union.
No, exactly. I mean, it's a communist government, right?
Yeah.
And there's certain elements of freedoms that they've seen, given to them. But at the same time, if you place it in this context, right, just dead simple, the internet in China, as opposed to the internet that we enjoy, where we can type anything we want in that search bar, with any in China that's completely impossible because the government have got everything.
You need a VPN, you can do it.
Even through VPNs, they've got software. People are scared. The thing is, I'm sure that the tech people who know better will be able to find ways around it, and they do. But the bottom line is, there's always that latent fear subconsciously that if they get caught, then they can be actually punished for it, and that's the difference, you see.
Yeah, there is a fear, but I've been there, and everybody was on VPNs. People were recommending them to us.
Yeah. But I'm saying
what I'm saying is it's out there. Officially, you're not allowed to go on Grindr. You're not allowed to go on Facebook in China.
No, but it's still a communist country.
Well, what I'm saying is, yes, it is a communist as in the label, but that is not a communist country. They are not. Even the Soviet Union was more communist than that.
Well,
at least you got the same healthcare in China. You've got people. I worked in a club. I've never seen so much champagne in one club. They had like Cristal champagne and everything, masses of it. That is not communist way.
It's a bit like Abu Dhabi or something like that. They're ruled by a strict regime. Yet inside hotels, clubs, and bars, it's totally different. Yeah.
And also, Chrissy, man, can I just say, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but I think I understand what you're saying, and you've been there and that, but I think that in order to say from an experience in a club, from how you just described it, it would appear to me that it sounds to me like a club that people who are moneyed, like the Groucho Club is in London, people who are moneyed would go in there if they're spending it on champagne. It would appear to me either a private members club, especially if you're playing there, right? So with that in mind, to form an opinion about a country from one visit to one club that is not remote. China.
Stand up for yourself. This isn't just from one visit to one club.
I do mean that in a rude way.
No. This is people I know who go back. I know people who go there. Were going there every other week, flying there, flying back, flying there. They were doing clubs all over China. These clubs are very affluent. Not only were the clubs affluent, they got to know people in China who were millionaires, who were then flying them out over there. What country? A communist, remember, where you're all equal, you all get the same treatment. How come there's people in a communist country who are millionaires and billionaires?
Yeah, but these are all the rich and, like Lee says, affluent
That's
people.
exactly what I'm saying.
All the lower class people
the People's Republic of China, but the People's Republic of China is not ye old communist country like Cuba. Or again, the old Soviet Union.
No, it's not hardline communist because it's opened up its economic doors. If it has cheap labour, but the point I was saying was, and obviously I didn't mean it in a piss take way, but now I do. So you're a cunt, basically. But
excellent to know one. No.
But you know, seriously, imagine if you would, right? Imagine the height of like the dark period in the 80s when it was, in the north everyone was unemployed and there was riots in Brixton and Thatcher was at the worst, right? In London, right, especially in central London, it was booming, right? Loads of money was coming in. Now imagine if you flew over from China, say, not know anything about the rest of the country, and you flew into London and you managed to get a job at the Groucho Club, right?
Right.
And at that point, it was just full wall to wall. Fucking idiots sniffing cocaine, planning the future, while the rest of the country were all suffering like fuck and living under Thatcher. That's the kind of scenario I'm talking about.
Yes, and then my scenario is, imagine that you come over to London, you go to work somewhere like Groucho's, and you're with the performers in Groucho's, and the performers in Groucho's are telling you, well, actually, when we work in all these other places, this is what else is going on there, and you get a bigger picture than just one club, one person. I'm on about people who've done this for years and years and years. They've done everywhere, Shanghai, everywhere in China, all over, and it's the same story all over China. Is that there are people there who are multi-millionaires, entrepreneurial people in a supposedly communist country.
Of course,
that is my point.
Right, no, yeah. We're both
the People's Republic of China, which is officially a communist country, but it's not. They're a totalitarian regime.
Oh, spell that.
Next
spell that.
A, B, C, D.
No, yeah.
Good choice.
Chris, I think that your last statement deserves a full-on, a three-fingered bitch slap to Chrissy there, because he ended it on such a beautiful way. I think I was bitch slapped there, folks. Maybe you can let us know let us know what you think. But I think I just got bitch slapped by Chrissy. Look, you can tell he's drinking his gin in a really cocky manner. Now look at him. Anyway,
that's water blessed by nuns.
Yeah, you wish.
Coronavirus.
Immunity levels are higher than antibody tests suggest, according to a Swedish study. A professor at the Swedish Institute says, it is, of course, very good news from a public health perspective. Scientists have found, Chrissy, Errol, Mel, Joel, scientists have found that those with mild COVID-19 who didn't show symptoms still seem to have so-called T cells, although we're keen to stress that their results had not yet undergone peer review. So this hasn't been confirmed by the officials, but, people grabbing hold of any kind of shit, won't they, for some sort of hope. Another one on coronavirus, boys. You ready? Coronavirus! United States. Here's one for you. The United States, the good old United States of America, buys up the almost entire world supply of the COVID-19 drug remdesivir, I think it's pronounced.
Yeah, remdesivir.
Remdesivir, yeah. American officials, listen to this, Chrissy, listen to this seriously. American officials have brought up all of the remdesivir available for July and 90% of stocks for August and September. This, my friends, is called this is outrageous behaviour. Remdesivir, which was developed to treat Ebola, is produced almost exclusively, and here's an interesting one for you, Chrissy, with your
conspiracy. Did you say Ebola?
Ebola. Hey. Anyone out there, Chrissy, like yourself, who are interested in the conspiratorial things in life? Well, here's one for you. one of the biggest campaign contributors to funds Trump's initial 2016 election was none other than
Eva Farmer.
Big pharmaceutical, right?
Oh, yes.
That ranged from Johnson & Johnson through Gilead, through the ones who make Pfizer, all these, they all contributed largely to it. So much so that one of the Johnson & Johnson brothers, who owns the Johnson & Johnson company, was made ambassador to the United Kingdom. So this man is the American ambassador to the United Kingdom. He is one of the Johnson & Johnson brothers that owns the Johnson & Johnson empire. So with that in mind, listen to this. Remdesivir, which was developed for Ebola, was produced almost exclusively by the United pharmaceutical giant Gilead Sciences, one of the biggest contributors to Trump's election campaign. And it has been priced at $2,340, which is in UK money, £1,892 per patient in wealthier nations, right? So this is an expensive drug. And the company has agreed to send nearly all of its supply of the drug to the United States over the next 3 months. Now, this is interesting because if you think about the fact we're going to be doing trade deals with the United States, right? And one of the biggest things on the table that has always been proven is the opening up of the NHS, especially to the pharmaceutical industries, right? Yeah. So, heed warning. Here's an example of just how the Americans work. Trump Remdesivir deal, right, serves as a warning over a future vaccine. Think about it. Think if this was a genuine vaccine now that had been developed by an American pharmaceutical company. Now, the entire world at this point in time, over 1 billion people, want this drug now. And their governments are going to be forced to pay anything for this drug. So the behaviour at the moment, they're buying up the world's supply. President Trump's deal is to hoover up the world's supply of Remdesivir. It's a chilling warning of what could happen next when the first coronavirus vaccine is ready to be rolled out. It shows America's willingness to outbid and outmaneuver other nations to secure a guaranteed supply of vital medicament. If you had the drug that's going to solve this problem, you can charge fucking anything for it. A coke dealer in Manchester, right? If he knows he's got really, really good gear, will charge £20 over the odds. That's someone on a BMX. If you're fucking the most powerful man in the world...
No, but my mate charges £22. Oh, sorry.
It'd mean all the doses allocated on the basis of nationality and not global clinical need. So it doesn't matter whether fucking 3 million people are dead. If you can afford it, you can have it. And that's the way America works.
There's a shock for America.
Shock hot up. Science and tech, not what the doctor ordered. Microplastics, folks, can be found in fruit and veg. And a separate piece of research has found that microplastics can now be absorbed by the roots of lettuce and wheat crops.
What?
They've found microplastics.
Well, that goes my diet. Fucking hell.
See, so you've been lying to yourself all this time, Joel. You might as well just get stuck into a big fucking burger. Seriously, man. At the end of this broadcast, go and put some bacon under that grill and make yourself a butty.
No, I think it's good that you're a vegan, Joel, on occasion.
Thanks, Mel.
That is the thing, it's not on an occasion.
Yeah, but listen,
he's got a human sausage on occasion.
He less harmful stuff into his...
There you go, folks. So that was it.
Thanks very much. Like that.
So, number one, Turrell, that's number one since I said this competition. He's managed to turn you being vegan into you need to eat some human sausage.
Oh.
Some human sausage.
Do you get me now? Do you get me? He can do any statement, word. Yeah, all right.
Hey, do you want to know who I bumped into on Saturday?
Don't tell us. Don't know. Go on.
Well, it was only your great grandmother.
Oh, Miss Kimberly.
Miss Kimberly.
Oh.
There's a picture of me and Miss Kimberly on Saturday at the Black Trans Lives Matter protests in central London.
Oh,
show
I
us.
thought you bumped into her.
And she sung beautifully as well. She got on the portable stage and she sung. God knows what it was, but it was very nice.
What, she was being carried around?
What the hell is
yes,
that?
she was being carried around, yes.
Joe, can I ask you a question, though, brother? That's really good and very noble and all the rest of it, and blah, blah, blah. And can I just go back to that picture? Just show that fucking picture again, because there's some absolute fucking weirdo with a fucking beak over his face, looking like an absolute pug.
He got his own
underwear. No, hang on, just wait and see what he's got.
Who is it?
Wait, you're going to see now. Look at that.
It's the joke strap or your underwear?
Look at that.
It's my underwear, yes.
Look,
Mel, where are you
look.
going?
I'm just nipping out a minute.
Joel, on that picture, you look like a middle-class hooligan who's gone out to loot JD Sports and bottled out at the last minute. That's what you look like. I'm being serious, mate. That is fucking outrageous. Man, I bet you had your matching trainers on, didn't you, just so that you didn't...
Of course.
Yeah.
Trust
No,
me.
the big daft yellow numbers that he's got rocking. You know what I mean? Have you seen them?
Right, what's next on the news?
Portugal. Let's talk about Portugal. Have you ever been?
Oh, yes. Portugal is a beautiful place.
Well, it was, because now in the news, Europe's dumping ground, because it's been importing, right? Portugal has been importing our waste, human waste. This is from like raw sewage through right the way through anything.
That's a really shit subject,
right? But because they've got concerns now about landfill. Portugal stopped taking waste from abroad to protect its domestic landfill capacity during the coronavirus pandemic, because it traditionally takes in large amount of rubbish from other countries, including the UK, because it charges nothing, right, to get rid of waste over there. It just throws it on a big landfill. But it's suspended the imports now, and the COVID-19 crisis has led to more domestic waste being generated, and the Portuguese government needs to ban imports until the end of the year. So that's it. We're in the shit.
Literally.
Facebook, then let's talk about Facebook, if that's not interesting to you. Facebook has banned hundreds of profiles trying to incite second civil war in the United States, and I agree. You know what? I don't know. Is this a tricky one, this, boys? Let's go through it. Participants in the Boogaloo movement have been tied to several violent attacks over the past few months in the United States, right? Facebook has banned 315 accounts which it said belonged to Boogaloos, people who are members of this sort of group, if you like, who are participants in the extremist movement in the United States, which believe that a second civil war is inevitable or desirable. And at least 10 officials affiliated with the movement have been accused of serious crimes in the past year. So they're basically all a bunch of fucking hillbilly gun-toting...
You can see a picture of them there, Lee, on the screen.
You know what, though? In all fairness, go back to that picture, Joel, because the one good thing about them is, if you see the guy on the picture furthest left, he's wearing a shirt that would go killer with your mask, mate. I swear.
Yeah, pussycats.
You could have a matching outfit there. If you got that shirt that he's rocking there, with that mask that you're wearing and your big yellow trainers, you are going to knock him dead, mate.
Wow. Knock him dead, honey.
Let's go back to America then, boys. Let's go back to America. Well, in fact, let's stay with America. Imagine the Billy's there.
You showed the Kimberly one.
Because one of the listen to this though, boys, is an interesting fact with regards to these idiots that we were looking at there on their photograph.
What about America?
Well, one of the members of this people that have been banned from Facebook is Air Force Sergeant Steve Carrillo, who is charged with murdering a police officer in California using the George Floyd protests as cover. But anyway, before we end the news, boys, on a lighter note, and this will warm your hearts, folks, a puppy has been given emergency operation. After this will appeal to you, Arel, potentially Chrissy and Joel, actually, at the same time. A puppy was given emergency operation after swallowing a 10-inch stick.
Oh, that's definitely your Arel.
So why are you referring to me with that?
I'm just saying this could be any one of us. Oh, look at his little face. Is that what you look like?
Oh my God.
Was he in chariots?
So now.
Well, a vet says.
This is true when he was a teenage years.
There you go. We've turned a puppy into sex now, so that's two. A vet, right, said that it's astonishing that the stick has not punctured Rocky's vital organs and caused fatal injuries. Now, Chrissy, Arel, Joel, I know for a fact you've been in that situation a couple of times.
Yeah.
What?
Well, funny you should say that. I'm not going to go into detail of the situation I was in. All I'm going to say is it was the right pain in the arse. That's all.
You've been in so many situations, I think.
Well, anyway, listen. A 9-month-old. This night, it was a 9-month-old puppy, right, Mel? Don't start crying. Had an emergency operation after swallowing a 10-inch stick, which was half the length of its body. And I'm not being funny. I swear to you, I've heard loads and loads of people that these know that have done exactly the same thing.
Oh.
Rocky, a crossbreed, same stamp.
What did you call me?
Was taken to Southampton PDSA Pet Hospital after his owner was found the dog being sick repeatedly and couldn't keep any food down. Now this is just standard stuff at 52.
Bulimic dog.
A what?
A bulimic dog.
Bulimic dog, yeah.
Oh.
You
know what?
We have a phone call. We have a phone call to the Armchair Anarchists. Hang on a minute.
It's all happening.
Hello, you don't... Oh, no, they've gone. Oh, there you go. Bottled out of the last...
It's probably the dog.
Yeah, bottled out of
the... Probably.
So I think that was the news, wasn't it?
And that's the end of the news, yeah.
Okay,
nice one, boys.
So time for the traditional incidental news intro and outro.
No, thank you for the news. I'll leave that.
Okay, what's up next, boys?
Well,
we end up the show.
At the end of the show, hey, we'll see you all next week.
It's our shit.
See you next week.
By the way, Israel's mic better?
No.
They just say they don't like my voice.
Is it our shit going to be boys? I might come over.
Yes.
Come over.
Is it boys?
Yes.
Young boys?
It is, and the jingle's playing.
The jingle's playing. Right, who's how will?
We have to share this,
At
man.
the end.
I don't know why.
So what was next?
It's fit or shit.
Oh.
No. Now you can hear me?
Papa, can
Not
you hear
really.
me? Right.
So we've got hit or shit next. Fit or
Yes.
shit?
Fit
Yeah.
or shit.
Okay.
And
Oh,
the... I hope you like twins, Chrissy. I'm sure you do.
Oh. Well, I'm in two minds about twins. Oh.
Well, you might be in all kinds of
All
minds after seeing these.
Let me have a look at my phone. Oh.
Hello.
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 Well, I have to say,
Yes.
Fit,
Yeah.
Go on.
the
What?
twins.
What twins?
Look at the
twins
picture.
on the board.
Look at your screen. Yes. Yes.
Oh, it's the twins.
I think you can create a controversy here, Chris, and myself. Hello, you're on Armchair Anarchists. Say your piece.
Hello, it's Bob Baker here. It's
Bob
been a few
Baker.
weeks.
Is it Bob Baker?
Well, I think so still. Anyway, did you get that video I sent you? It's Israeli.
No.
Oh, he's a new gay hot thing, I tell you.
No, Bob, but, yeah, but you've got...
Put it on, guys. You get it on. God bless you. See you later, love.
See you later, Bob. See you later, Bob. Right, listen, we need... So before we move on with our shit, apparently there's a really hot video been sent.
Right. Who was in it?
I don't
Where?
know. Israeli summit.
Oh.
Israeli.
Okay. We'll have a look.
Yeah, we need to have a look because
Okay.
Bob doesn't recommend shit. Cheers, Bob. Nice one phoning in. Right, let's move on.
Fit.
Did we say hit?
Shit.
Shit? To those
Doesn't
twins?
matter, Bob. Be straight with
I say hit.
you.
Yes, hit. Of course, hit.
Hit.
Arel's saying no for some reason.
Okay. Well,
Can you
let us know what's going on then.
Hiya, Colin. Hiya, Colin Rathbart. Hiya, Mum.
I say definite hit. Who's he?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
this
He's
happens to be some...
I love this car.
Is he Russian?
Russian.
Is he
This
Russian?
car.
Some Russian bloke, yeah.
Some Russian boy.
Yeah, well, that's the end of yeah. You know what? I wouldn't give a shit, actually.
Oh my God, Jerry's
please.
fit.
He says
Yeah,
something
respect.
over there. The main.
Seriously.
cannot
Don't
go.
care.
No.
You're not going to be looking at his tattoo.
No,
Yeah,
Well, can I
but
say
Lee-
something?
no, he'd be looking at.
Mel.
He'd be looking at hit that kid!
Yeah, Lee, but I think by the looks of it, he'd be kidnapping you and not the other way around.
Hang on, I can't hear Joel. Say that again, Joel.
By the looks of him, I think he'd be kidnapping you and not the other way around.
No.
Brother, trust me. Behind this right? I am trained. I'm highly trained. Part of Cobra, yeah.
Yeah, part of
And
Cobra.
special force. It's part of a special force called. In the right circumstances, yeah, you can get anyone in the kidnap kit. And trust me, he didn't know whether to shit or be sick.
And if you've got two of you, getting the kidnap kit out.
Well, actually, that's about right because if he doesn't know whether to shit or be sick, it sounds a bit like that dog.
Yeah.
It sounds perfect.
10 inches.
There you go.
There you go.
No, she said, massive fit one, yeah.
Fit, yeah.
Now,
Oh, you
what about this one then?
Oh,
Now,
look.
also, do you recognise him as well? And do you remember where he was?
Oh!
Is that a cricket?
Which television series he was in?
No.
Queer as Folk, the blonde guy.
Yes. Charlie
I quite
Hunnam.
like him. I'm going to say hit.
I'm not. No, absolutely not.
I saw him on Canal Street.
Long hair and up with this
Long hair.
off-putting.
I'd like to run my fingers through his long hair.
Chrissy's
You're
had him.
Lee, do you remember the young lad in Queer as Folk? The blonde one.
No.
You never
course
watched
you do.
Queer as
In
Folk?
the original.
The main fucking character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Seriously?
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
I've never seen folk.
Anyway.
Never seen Queer as Folk.
Chrissy,
Anyway,
Never saw
Chrissy,
Queer as Folk.
Chrissy, I know what you're on about. I appreciate it.
I would have watched something about gays.
Oh, Queer as Folk, set in Manchester on Canal Street. You never saw it, really?
Why would I, coming from Manchester, want to watch any programme about gays in
The
Manchester?
same way you went
Because you're
to
a
Canal
gay from
Street
Manchester,
upon a
and
time.
you go to Canal Street.
How very dare you?
You were influenced by
Move on.
Queer as
Yeah,
Folk.
I was influenced heavily.
Also, Charlie Hunnam was the lead character and star of The Sons of Anarchy.
He was also in.
Is that him?
He was
Yeah,
also in
that's
Green.
him.
Street.
Oh my God.
Did you ever see Green Street? Did you ever see that film Green,
Yeah, I've seen that.
Green Street about football
Football one.
hooligans? Yeah, he was in that as well. And he just come across like
Next.
Campus Christmas. Go on,
Fit.
Oh, Mel's calling for the next one. So next
Shit.
one.
Shit.
Next one.
When you're ready.
Well, it's just some wrestler guy.
Oh.
Oh.
Get it on then.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, I mean, come on, please. Hit.
Oh.
Hit. Hit with the kidnap kit, Mel.
Kidnap kid.
That's what he's getting hit with. Kidnap kit.
Oh, yeah.
Drive, you bundle.
What is English for
Oh, no, Lee, I don't like the straps on his singlet, no.
He's not going to have straps on for long.
That's what we're going to use to carry him.
You don't like it to be.
Are you Glenn Dalton's sister?
Listen, he'll be being carried by. He'll be hung up by them straps like that.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
See, your mum loved Queer as Folk, Lee.
Well, she could have told me. I could have come out earlier.
Yeah. Kind of late.
Now, I've seen quite a few coppers knocking about, especially during the protests over the past few weeks. Would you mind being arrested by this guy here?
Excited.
Oh.
Fit.
Listen, who fancies going out for a bit of a riot in about half an hour?
How big is your crunching?
No, Joel, listen, I reckon we just get a few bricks thrown through JD. We can get a couple of trainers out of it for you. You can get a few face masks.
Oh, nice.
And we'll hopefully get arrested.
But look at his all his weapons, and it's got like a Batman's utility belt.
Well, have you seen the size of his gun?
Oh, I'm looking. Oh, yes.
Is that also a small gun under his leg?
Oh, he's got two
Okay,
guns.
well.
Wow.
And
Yeah, you are
Talented
blind.
It's a torch, that.
Oh, he actually has as well. No,
Is that a small one?
All right, else.
Can I just
show us your big bazooka then?
No, but Arel was
He's
being.
got hand grenades. He's got a small gun.
And he's also got a large one.
Yeah, but he's got an automatic engine.
And folks, just to clarify, Arel was actually factually correct there. He wasn't actually that wasn't innuendo. So we'll take a point off for that. But he was factually correct because he has got a second gun
Was Chrissy gone?
strapped to his leg.
I went years ago, Mel.
What?
I went years ago.
Total
You
shit.
disappeared for a second.
I hope we've got another one. I'm just
No,
getting
that
these
was
weapons.
it.
That's
Oh, we'll just throw one on from last week then because you've whet my appetite now.
Oh,
Okay, so who's
it?
doing the quiz this week?
It's the quiz time, folks. It's quiz time.
You don't do the quiz this week?
It's your quiz this week, Joel, and you know it.
Yes,
No,
Joel,
It's
it's your
Chrissy's
quiz.
turn.
it's not Sorel's. And at this point,
Oh,
Mel, you're going to
shut
sit
up.
next to Arel
Oh.
because you're going to help him read the quiz questions out.
I need a
I don't think he
pen.
needs help.
I need a pen. You have a pen? Oh, lovely.
Right, folks.
Exclusive.
Right, folks. So listen, you know the score. With our quiz. If you get in touch with us on our email, if you're watching, you can join us on the quiz, and you can come on screen with us, and we can all do it together. Or you can ring us. You can all join us together. All you got to do is send us your email. Joel will tell you now what you need to do.
Yeah, if you want to join in, just go onto Skype and add the email on screen, and maybe we'll add you to the call.
There you go. So, without further ado, Quizmaster, take it away.
Right. We have TV, football, music, questions.
Oh, we've got different
Take
sections
football.
and categories. Fancy.
Yes, it
Do
is.
you know what? I've just thought of a new dimension to our game.
What?
What we can implement next week, maybe. Do you remember on Bullseye where you had to throw like a dart to get a question in certain categories? Yeah. Well, we could have the bingos we've got, and we can just pull out a number, and that's the question that you end up getting. What do you think of that?
Oh.
Oh.
We can
That's a real cute.
brainstorming live on air.
I
Anyway,
know. Right. The first question is: which city will host 2028 Olympic Games?
Oh. Oh, Chrissy, you were talking about this the other week.
Chrissy, you should know this one.
I would say it's in America.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it's
but
America and Mexico, isn't it?
Los
It's
Angeles,
America
Los
and
Angeles.
Mexico.
No,
Or
it's
is that
Los
the World Cup?
Angeles. It's Los Angeles
I say
because it's at the old site.
Are you sure? I'm going to go with Chrissy because he's pretty good on this stuff. Yeah, Los Angeles.
all right.
Anyone else got an answer before Arel gives us the...
Joe?
Daniel Wall, how you doing, brother? Daniel Wall, he's quiz
Tokyo.
so Tokyo. We're waiting just to see if Danny gets back to us.
No,
Danny,
that's 2000. That's next year, 221.
There you go.
I say San
Yeah.
Francisco then.
I'm sure it's Los Angeles.
hang on.
Oh,
hang
it's
on.
Bobby Baker.
I wonder why it does that. It brings things off. I don't know.
Just ring him up.
I'm gonna say. Fucking hell, Florida.
Right. Chrissy, you get a point. It's Los Angeles.
Hey!
Not.
I was gonna say Los Angeles, the one, but I remember I said.
Yeah,
Los
I know. We
Angeles.
had a conversation
Yeah,
about it
yeah.
yesterday.
And I got distracted. Fucking.
Never mind.
Yeah, I know. Second question.
Oh,
Who keeps calling?
that's what it is.
We don't ring that, folks.
It'll be Danny Wall.
I don't know. That is Bobby Baker who sent the video.
Oh, right. How do you know
So,
when you
hold
can
on,
do...
hold on. I've got a question for Chrissy. Is the Olympics still on track? Or are they
Oh,
pushing them all back a year?
We've got fake
No,
time.
the Olympics is now 2021.
Oh
But
my God.
it-
Oh my God, boys!
Oh,
Hang about.
who the fuck is that?
What?
Who is it? No, I can't see that.
who's that? Is that my son?
What
You
is
have to
that?
go a bit closer.
Danny, that.
Is that
is
my
it?
son?
Scott.
Bobby Baker.
I don't see.
You see it?
What the fuck
Look
is
on
going
the screen.
on?
Bobby Baker.
He
How you doing, brother?
must be drunk.
Oh.
Lee, can you hang up? Because I've got no idea what's going on.
No, it's basically.
Yeah, but like nobody can hear or see shit. So put the phone down.
But I'm gonna have to go. Phone us back.
Anyway, sorry for this awkward situation, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I just quickly explain while we've just now that it's off, just what happened there? Sorry about the introduction to the quiz. Basically, we got a phone call and it was a video call and it was someone dressed in a gimp suit, waving their head about, shouting "Chrissy, Chrissy."
Oh, okay. Hi.
That's what it was.
Fantastic.
Hey, was it my son?
Well, maybe if this person is watching, if they want to be added on screen, then they can just go onto Skype and add the email that's on screen, and then we'll be able to see them, won't we?
There you go. So listen, who was it that rang before?
It was just a number, but I think it's that person there.
No, it's not. But who was it that rang up before? Well,
Bobby.
Bob, yeah, Bob, listen, get in touch on Skype and then you can join us on the screen. Anyway, back to our quiz. I got that question wrong.
Right, the second question. How many different teams have won the Premier League since the start of the inaugural season 92-93?
12.
I say 10.
8.
Are you telling me that the Premier League's only been going since '92?
No, Joel, listen to the question.
How many teams have won the Premier League since the start of the season 92-93?
8.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it's not 12. It's not 12. It's not 12. Oh, I didn't hear the question properly. No, it's not 12. I'd say it's about...
It's more than 10 as well now.
Since 92? Oh, no, because...
Can we change your answer?
19.
I'm going to say 12.
I'm going to say 16.
19.
12.
Chrissy?
8.
None of you got the wrong...
None of us got it wrong.
No. There are 6 of them. Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea,
I was
Arsenal,
closest.
and Blackburn.
Closest with what?
I didn't say you have to get the least closer.
It had to be the exact
That's
answer,
not
Chris.
exactly.
Of course it did.
Sorry, I didn't realise the quiz was shit.
Sugar hit!
You really want to win this quiz, isn't it?
No, I just... fair. We'll see what's fair January the 1st.
Exactly, we'll see you then.
And Chrissy, can I just clarify, please, for our viewing audience? Our quiz is not shit.
No, his quiz was...
Our quiz is the best. There's not been a single question yet about Little Mix this week, has there?
Exactly. Oh, cheeky girls.
Or the fucking Beatles.
Do not call it the fucking Beatles. It's called the Beatles. You're thinking of the Chinese. You're thinking of the Chinese club.
They don't even have the same Paul McCartney anymore.
Paul McCartney.
I agree with that.
Right. The third question.
Question.
EastEnders began broadcasting on BBC One in which year?
1984.
1982.
Hey, Jeff Mason.
Chrissy, darling?
I would say it was 1985. I would say.
I said 84, but read the question out one more time, Earl, in case no one's joined since.
EastEnders began broadcasting on BBC One in which year?
I say 84.
And I said 82.
85.
Joe?
84.
Chrissy, well done. It was in 1985. Yes.
Actually, yeah, but you know what? He remembers it, don't you?
He's watching TV.
Can I just say, the Germans were the sore losers.
Really?
Sore losers in Munich.
I'm not being funny, but are you being racialist?
Yeah, and?
Are you being racist towards us?
Well, should be.
Well, Chris, I'm not being funny, right?
Not being funny, Bert.
I'm not being funny, but...
Bert.
Right, next question then, Quizmaster.
Right.
Jeff Mason said 1985, by the way. Jeff Mason.
Must have the same Google account.
Yeah.
Jeff won cheat.
I know.
Well, we don't...
Jeff, don't offer to borrow your bike ever again.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
No, I wish you got your bike now, because the one she's got shit.
No, you can't say that.
Anyway,
next question. Which soft drink is commonly associated with Scotland?
Whiskey.
Iron Brew.
Which what? Which soft drink?
Iron
Brew.
Oh, I was just thinking of alcohol.
Yeah, but I said it first anyway. I got that first.
Yes, it's Iron Brew.
But it sounds
Brew.
Iron Brew.
Iron Brew, whatever it is.
I think me and Chrissy got that first.
Yes, thank you.
Did you? I think that.
I got it right because it was whiskey.
Sorry,
I think you might find your wacky backy whacks your head.
I think 3 of you got it right. And it was Lee first, actually.
There you go.
Oh, really? Yeah, but you're not accounting for the time delays.
You deserve each other.
I know. Moving on.
Moving on.
Oh my god, I just did a Chrissy.
Right. What was the name of the tower block where Death and Rodney Trotter lived in Only Fools and Horses?
What?
God.
What was the name of the tower block?
Oh, Mandela House.
What?
Mandela House. Mandela House.
Oh, yeah.
He never sees the fucking boring fucking facts that Joel actually knows.
Because he watched Fool and Horses.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Jeff Mason, by the way, Jeff Mason says that he got the answer right with regards to EastEnders because that was the last time he fucking watched it, and I can't agree with him more.
Well, that was Fools and Horses. Wasn't that like...
I've just told you.
Oh, what was it?
Mandela House.
Was it? Oh, I thought it was Harwich House.
Nah.
Carnage.
Harwich.
Oh.
So yeah, it's Mandela, Nelson Mandela House.
Hey.
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, Chrissy, you got freed. So we need to just let you know.
Right. The next question is, what the French call English Channel?
Oh, what do the French call the English Channel?
Oh, Oh, I remember this actually.
The French Channel.
In fact, I do remember this. Oh, I do remember this because there was a club named after it.
Corona Soup.
No, it was
Café de Paris.
Don't tell me. Like Le Mans.
In that fucking car race.
No, Le Mans.
Mons 2.
Mons 2.
What is your answer?
Le Mans.
I say the channel.
I ain't got a clue.
Joe?
Mons 2, Cordon Bleu.
Well done, Chrissy. La Manche.
Oh, he's joking. Really?
Yeah, La Manche.
He's fiddling it.
La Manche.
Fiddle.
English people, they call it English Channel. French people, they call it La Manche.
There was a club called that once upon a time. And I worked in it.
Chris, there isn't a club you haven't worked in.
Well, I haven't worked in the Boston Labour Club yet.
You've not worked in the Preggers Club.
That's true, yeah.
Moving on up.
Moving on up.
Right. I think this one also Chris is gonna get it. Depends. Complete the name of the classic British sitcom. Steptoe and
Son. Steptoe and Son.
Absolutely first.
We all get a point anyway, don't we?
Yeah, but I'm first.
No, yeah, well, you can get the point first, but we're all going to get one.
Doesn't matter who's getting first as long as
Mel,
Yeah.
Mel, I can't hear what you're saying. Could you make sure your microphone's okay?
Over and out. I know he's joking.
No, but she's not joking.
I can't hear her.
The fucking microphone. This microphone stopped working because of a look. It's just an empty shell.
I never broke it.
Oh, you stupid old man. Right, what's the answer?
All right, Harold.
What was it? Joel, sorry. What? Just Joel.
Yes.
Just rewind. What was the last two sentences you just said there?
You stupid old man.
The
line just be Chrissy. Stay out of it. It's a big boy. You can take care of yourself. Joel, the line just before that. What was it you said? Yeah.
I don't know. What did I say?
You went Lee. Right.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then you said that. So just do that again.
Lee.
Yeah.
You stupid old man.
Yeah. So just stop there. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Just know that the next time that we see each other,
It's a Steptoe and Son reference. Dizzy get.
Yeah. Listen, you're losing your eyebrows, mate. You're going to walk around looking like a fucking Martian for 6 months.
Nubile Martian, though.
Eh?
A nubile Martian.
Yeah, that's to be nubile because people are going to be trying to beat him up. He lives on the south side of the River Mel.
Running.
So the answer was Steptoe and Son, right?
Yes.
Good.
No, the answer's Botox. No, right.
He said only
No,
Botox.
I'm saying, for me, I mean, it's just that my feelings there. Just call me an old
Joel?
man. Yeah, just.
I don't think he was calling you an old man.
Babe, you don't know what it's like. That was straight to my heart, that.
Joel, you're getting a clout.
Harold? Get on with it.
Harold.
Right. The next one, moving on from the old man.
I can't cook.
What type of car does Doc Brown use as a time machine in the Back to the Future?
DeLorean.
Yes. Everybody knows that.
No, I didn't know that, Chrissy, darling. I didn't know. I thought it's a Mercedes S-Class 2020.
All right, then.
I know nothing about cars.
All right, boys. Yeah, then for an extra question for the Armchair Anarchists and also the viewing public out there, for an extra point.
Yeah.
What ultimately happened to DeLorean himself?
Lee, before we answer that, can I just say...
To the DeLorean car?
You don't get an extra point. And the reason why you're not getting an extra point is because I never got an extra point when I said 8 people, 8 clubs who'd won the football thingy.
Well, Chrissy, can I just respond? You're right, yeah. Gentlemen. I'm glad. Number one, yeah.
What's my finger?
Right. No need to resort to vulgarities, Chrissy. Listen to me. Number one, you were wrong. Number one, you were wrong, and number two, I can't remember what the fuck it was because my head's gone now because I'm a bit stoned. But if I did remember, you'd be Oh no, yeah, it's why you can't get another point. Because you can't now because I'm asking the question. So what happened to DeLorean?
You mean the car?
No, the actual man himself, the guy.
Oh,
DeLorean.
well, he didn't get hit by a locomotive then, did he? Right.
No, it's his story. Once it went tits up with the car company in Ireland, right? To keep the car alive.
It was a film.
No,
yeah, but it was an actual car as well.
DeLorean himself, right? Because the company was going under. What he did is he come up with this crankpot scheme to import cocaine to America, which would pay for the continuation of the production.
Was this in Back to the Future?
No, I'll tell you, all right. And it ended up being an FBI sting, and there's really famous footage on YouTube that you can have a look at where they actually catch him in the hotel room with something like 8 keys of coke.
Yeah.
And this was the guy that owned and designed DeLorean. The car that is in Back to the Future
I thought that was a make-believe car.
No, it was a DeLorean that was made by a company called DeLorean.
Mel, it was a real vehicle, but it didn't travel in time and it didn't fly.
Yeah.
Joel, you don't know that.
I thought it was a real car.
And anyway, listen, stop it. Stop telling me this, Mel. And listen, just Father Christmas is not. It's not your dad. Shut it, Joel. Oh, shit. No.
Oh, can we get on with this? I need a beer.
Thought it was make-believe.
Go on. No, it's not make-believe. Go on then, next question.
Next one. Girls allowed.
Oh.
No.
Release their first...
Yeah. That again.
Girls allowed.
Oh, yeah.
Released their first single in 2002, Sound of Underground. Name all the members.
Oh my God.
Cheryl Cole, Nadine.
Dick, knobhead, shit, funny and tits.
Cheryl Cole, Nadine. Fucking Sarah.
Fucking Sarah.
Nicola Roberts.
Nicola Roberts. There was 4 of them, was there? 5 of them?
I don't know.
There was that Kimberly. I can't remember a second name. Cheryl.
Cheryl Cole.
Dean.
Kimberly. Sarah.
Mel.
Cheryl Cole.
We don't need to be shouting here now. Chrissy, can you stop getting Mel worked up? Because it's seriously... These things exploding here. These fucking glasses shattering in the kitchen because Mel is just like, every time she gets an answer, she's just shouting in my ear.
Sorry. I told you I wanted to sit over there.
It's his fault, it's not yours, baby. It's his fault. He knows what he's doing. He's a wind-up merchant. And that Joe's not fucking fat.
I know a Sarah. I don't know her surname, though.
London Bridge.
Sarah, Nicole, Kimberly,
Sarah Holden,
Cole, and Nadine.
I know.
And I'll just give you them answers.
He's watching.
I'm not having it. Give me Elijah roll chief.
Well, I'm not, because I switched off and zoned out the moment he said fucking girls allowed. Joel's kind of a bit quiet.
Yeah, I know.
I've
He's
got a
quiet.
headache. I've got a headache.
You've got an headache. You caused it.
I've got all this going on in my ears.
Sorry.
So what's the answers, Aurel?
Hang on.
What's the answers?
Hang on a minute.
I got the answers.
Nadine, Sarah, Nicola, and Kimberly.
Ah, good.
Yes. Yeah, actually, five of them.
Jeff Mason said scary, spicy, and posh.
And some vermicelli.
Right.
Well, I don't care anymore.
The last one, just to finish with this quiz, apparently the tension is on the rise in this one. Right. Divorce, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. Who was the Henry VIII last wife?
Anne Boleyn.
Last wife that survived?
Yeah.
Catherine.
I was going to say Catherine. Yeah.
That survived.
Yeah, because I told you it was one divorced, one beheaded, one died, one divorced, one beheaded, and one survived. Which one was
you know what? I'm not
the last one?
It's not Catherine, actually. It's not.
What was Catherine's last name, though?
Catherine Parry.
Catherine of Aragon.
Anne Boleyn, Anne of Cleves, Jane Seymour.
Jane Seymour. Wasn't she an
Seymour.
actress?
Oh, not one of them. She was in that film with fucking Roger Moore.
Yeah.
I would say Catherine Parry was the last one. But I don't know whether she died or she was
Catherine
executed.
of Aragon, is it?
There's Catherine Parr, of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Anne of Cleves, Jane Seymour.
Yeah, but Anne of Boleyn lost her head, didn't she?
But I'd say I would say Catherine Parry was the last one.
I would say Catherine of Aragon, but then I want to say Jane Seymour.
I don't know. I don't.
Jane Seymour.
Joe?
It's a bit of a toss-up, I've got to admit.
You are, yeah.
That's no way to talk about Chrissy Darling, Joel. That's out of order. Listen.
Oh, she loves it. But I'd have to say, I'm going to go for... let's go for Jane Seymour. Jane Seymour, there we go. Go on.
I say Catherine Parry.
Actually, it's Catherine Parry.
Ah!
Oh. She was the last one.
I think it's... no.
Well done, Chris. You won the quiz.
And, but before he takes any glory, can we just say this is the quiz that you called shit a bit earlier, so it doesn't count. So I'm still the leader.
No, you're not.
Okay, yeah. Do you know what, Lee?
Not
If that
joking.
makes you feel better, you go ahead with it.
No, but I am the champion. I'm like the Mike Tyson of this group when it comes to the quiz because I've won it 3 times. You might have won it once because there's a fucking
Lee?
girls allowed.
Do you like hospital food? I'm going to put you in a fucking wheelchair.
Okay, so who won that, Arel?
Won the quiz.
Well done, Chrissy.
Yeah, well done, Chris.
No bitterness here.
But an absolute load of total shit that quiz was. Not your questions, Arel. I just think it was the people that were answering them that were just a bit fucking out of order. What do you reckon, though?
You weren't that bad. Lee,
Well,
Lee,
Not Arel, then.
look into my eyes. You weren't that bad.
I know.
I don't take fucking. I don't take it well when I lose, Chrissy, at the fucking quizzes. You know what I
me
mean?
neither.
Well, well done, Arel. I think it's my turn again next week.
It's your turn, Joel. I'm hoping you're going to raise the bar as well with this.
Well, I
But
raised the bar last time, and the bar's sunk very, very low. So I'm going to have to
Bobby
raise it
Baker,
again.
That is the first time when
Bobby
that notification appears.
Bobby Baker's just messaged the Armchair Anarchists phone and asked, "Did we do okay?" And what I reckon we just do is just tell Bob that, yeah, when you won, mate, you won. You won. We've been celebrating you for 10 minutes. Where have you been? We've been sat here going, "Oh, Bob's won. Where is he?" It should be phoning us now, and nothing. Silence. Zero.
Right, well, bombshells after bombshells. We will see you next week if there's no more bombshells.
No.
No, I mean we have had a couple of questions in for Anarchist Dan, but I think we can hold them till next week.
Yes, we can hold it till next week.
And I think we should introduce our bingo or our bingo quiz.
Are you going to bingo?
Oh, actually no, because Joel's doing it next week, isn't it? So Joel. Yeah, I think we should let Joel see if he can raise the tone of this fucking show, because it's hitting rock bottom with questions about fucking little minks.
Take you to the darkest depths, as Chris
Little
knows.
minks.
Actually, no. I think this week's questions were actually good compared to last week's, which were absolute shit.
Who did last week?
I don't know. Who was it last week?
That was you, Lee.
Chrissy last week.
Hey, you little
Chrissy, apparently you got a few messages from Bobby Baker on the Instagram.
Oh, okay. I'll read them in a minute.
Bobby Baker said, "How can we send a video message for Chrissy?"
You just sent it on Instagram. Wow.
Armchair Anarchists Facebook page.
Yeah, did you get that, Bob? Why am I holding the phone to the microphone?
Maybe it's not something that it can send to a page.
Yeah, but I'm holding the phone to the microphone.
You can't send anything you want to a page, to the inbox.
Oh, to the inbox.
Yeah, to the.
So just to clarify there, Bob, I'm sure you heard Chrissy say, he said if you want to send something to the I'm Trying to Kiss, if you send it to the I'm Trying to Kiss page, to the inbox, then I'm sure that the desired eyes will find it.
Actually,
I will now.
And those desired eyes are roughly Arel's, mine's, Chrissy's, and Joel's at this point. So
Look into my eyes.
your eyes the way they are, Chrissy, because of his videos.
Yeah, it's got.
My eyes adore you.
You have fake diamonds around your eyes.
You've got a fascination with fake. And do you know what? On January the 1st, that's not going to be fake, because you're going.
Yes, we'll see you on 1st of January.
And you can have the blood of a freaking virgin as well when you go.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you for watching again.
Oh, listen, Chrissy, Arel's fucking proper upset. Apologise to him before you go.
For what?
No, it's my fucking black ass.
Chrissy, man, I'm not being funny, but your ego has just got wildly out of control since you got famous on this show.
Hey, what's that wind doing outside? Stop it now.
See you on 1st of January.
Yes.
Well, listen, folks, by this time next week, coronavirus will be a fucking distant...
Coronavirus!
It'll be a big distant memory, and it's like it never happened.
Yeah, because 1st of July, we want me to distance.
Yeah.
So before we leave the show tonight, Joel, I'll ask you directly before I ask the other two, you know what I mean, who are not quite as clever as me and you. So just between on that basis alone, what do you think? What do you think? Are you out there, folks, too? In 3 months' time, from this point now that we click our fingers at, what will be the big news cycle that everyone is either talking about, scared about, and is absolutely obsessed about? And it's
World War III.
Do you reckon it's going to be World War III, brother? Well, there you go.
Putin will come out.
What? Come out to England and put
I am. Needs no excuses. Do swidania.
All right, folks.
All right. See you next week. Bye.
Joe, no, go on. Joe, stop.
Bye.
Joe.
Bye.
Joe,
Yes.
are we still online?
Yes,
No.
we're still online. Yes.
Because I want to just ask two quick things, right?
Go on then.
For next week, people can answer. Is Trump going to bottle out of the next presidential race? And is Trump going to be over us like COVID? Come back next week and think about that one, folks.
Bye.
That was you know what?
Jamendo.com. Jamendo.com.